gonna keep with Tottenham because last night, uh, the rumors have been disproven, but there's still a good discussion to be had. The rumor was Antonio
Like the
Conte was
title.
yeah, Antonio Conte decided to leave Tottenham at the end of the season based off reports from a pretty credible reporter.
Yeah.
Since then, it's been disproven, and he hasn't made his decision. But I think it still highlights the fact that he might not come back next year. Antonio Conte could be leaving Tottenham. I want to know everyone's opinions on that. And of course, I want Tottenham fan to give us his, and the other two London clubs can make a rebuttal.
The floor is yours.
I mean, I don't remember what I said last week. I feel like I might have covered this. So I don't want to retread old ground, but just to summarize it, I am obviously not happy that he's leaving. But with that being said, I completely understand why he's leaving. This is 100% the Spurs board and Daniel Levy's fault. He knew what Conte was like. You know what he's like when you bring him in. And if you're not going to back him with exactly either what he wants or very close to what he wants, you are going to get an unhappy manager. And when you have bad players that you've had for even before Poch's days, I think Lloris was before Poch's days now. So when you have play, and it's not that he's bad. I love Lloris, but at this point in time, it's time to move on. And the fact that we have to rely on so many players that were here since Poch, which is such a long time ago now, it's crazy. And I don't blame Conte at all. And I don't think any Spurs fan that says Conte is the reason we're not doing well is delusional. It is completely and 100% the deadwood players that we're still having to play often. And the fact that we're not being backed and funded enough, not funded enough, but just being given enough
support,
to really make the moves we need. And so, I don't blame Conte. I get it. I understand. It's frustrating to be in this position where you're like, oh, he's a world-class manager. We can do world-class things. If you're not going to give him anything to work with like that, you're gonna be screwed. And now there's the rumors is, oh, we're gonna get Poch back. And let me be honest, I love Poch, and I would love to see him back, but he's not gonna fix the issues here, because the only person who can fix the issues are the people at the very top. And considering they've had, I don't know how long it's been now, 15 years since they've been here, and it hasn't been fixed, I have no hope for that. And all I can hope for is some Qatari dude who is swimming in the money is gonna come along and be like, hey, we want to buy a club, and that'd be the only way. Because as of right now, I don't see it changing. It's been 15 years. We've had four or five managers. Nothing's changed. Nothing's gonna change. So, yeah.
Fair. I mean, I was gonna say, like, Tottenham, the only two things you don't need to get rid of are Harry Kane and Antonio Conte, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And those are the two things that you are most likely going to get rid of or are going to leave in the next year or so. And I think that's very abysmal. It's just so sad because, like, like I said, I'm on Tottenham Twitter because of Diego. I've been saving tweets now at this point. Like, I just get so many. This one, just to clarify, Antonio Conte, the man who was hired to help Tottenham win, who only accepted the job under assurances that he would be backed, was not deemed worthy of being backed by Daniel Levy. This other one about manager. Oh, here we go. Tottenham appointing win now managers like Jose Mourinho, Antonio Conte, but not fully backing them was like buying a Ferrari without the keys. It's honestly so baffling to me. 100% true.
Yeah.
And now, like,
100%.
but Daniel Levy's going to sit back in his seat and just be like, let's bring someone else in who's going to fix it for me.
But
we've seen time and time again that's just not possible. There is no one else that can fix it but the board or the higher ups.
Yeah,
no matter how many record-breaking seasons Harry Kane's going to have, no matter things like that, it's not going to fix it without the proper structure, proper foundation.
We could be talking about a Tottenham team with, I would say, at least 2 Premier League titles, a Champions League, and maybe a couple, I don't know, cups, whatever. And we're talking about one that's won one. Was it the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup? I don't remember which one. I think it was the Carabao Cup. One Carabao Cup under Daniel Levy. One.
And that was like 12 years ago?
2007.
16 years ago. 16.
Yeah, I want to say 2007.
Wow.
I don't remember for sure, but something like that. Late 2000s. Basically, my point is we had so much potential to have won some big titles, and the fact that we even got to those points with what we have is honestly an insane overachievement that I think we're going to look back on and be like, how the hell did we get there? Now the question is, do we fix it or do we stay where we are? Now with Daniel Levy in charge, I can tell you that bald bitch. Sorry, I was going to keep it PG, but I had to say that. I had to say that. Yeah.
Hey, no, we're far enough in the video. We're good. We're good.
Exactly,
we're good.
Yeah,
we're good. Damn, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say, okay, like the past, like Tottenham in the past 6 years, maybe 7, 8 years or so, right? This was the 7, 8 years where Tottenham should have been the team like that they wanted to be, right? That you guys wanted to be, things like that. And arguably, they should be on the same level, same stature, same achievements as like Chelsea have been. Like Chelsea have been the team that Tottenham should have been rivaling more, or should have been. We have 2 Premier League titles. Like I mean, I know we have more, but like those, I'm talking about those 2 specifically, and then Champions League after that, and a Europa League after that, as well as FAs and Carabaos. Like Tottenham should have been at that level that Chelsea were at, but Tottenham lucked out. And I mean, like, I'm just so confused in a way where every team at some point is going to rebuild, right? City had the rebuild, and they became the team they are now. Chelsea going through another rebuild, blah, blah, blah. Every team's going to rebuild if they want to be on top. But Tottenham don't even know what they're going to do. Like, there's no plan in place, it seems. It's either you full send maintaining the spot you're at now, you bring in win-now managers, win-now players, or you just say screw it and you rebuild and bring young talents in, rebuild the front office, managers, all that. But Tottenham are just sitting there in limbo trying to get Pedro Porro over. That's it.
See, and here's the thing. We actually were on a good streak the past 2 windows in regards to the players we signed. We got Kulusevski, who is a gem.
He's been really
absolute
good.
Gem.
He's actually
is the reason I have hope in this club still. Christian Romero, who has, I think, cemented himself as a world-class defender since the World Cup final. Bentancur, who I think is such a silky midfielder, so good. So, not to go over the signings, basically we have made some very good signings, but that's 3 or 4 when there are other clubs who have signed 3 or 4 in one window, and it's just so exactly. It's just so slow. Like we're not going to get anywhere if we're going to sign 1, 2 good players every window, or not even good. Sometimes they're not good, but 1 or 2 players that could maybe be something. We're not going to get anywhere with that. We're going to be just where we were 15 years ago.
You got to keep up.
Exactly. You got to keep up. Admittedly, we're going to have to make some smart deals, right? We're not going to be able to rival for the biggest players. So we have to make smarter buys, which we did. Fabio Paratici made some great deals off of Juventus. That's exactly how we got both those players. Now he may be going to prison soon, or that may be what's happening.
Suspended for 2 years.
Suspended at least, but
we've all been there. We've all been there.
Yeah, we have. It still means we can still do stuff without him. We don't.
What the fuck?
Just kidding. I'm playing.
Anyways, that's not looking too good either. But
yeah. I know that's just like the last straw right there is Paratici being almost.
That's not great. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, because like the way that Daniel Levy's been moving is like, okay, I'm gonna sign a good director of football to lead the whole team, and I'm just gonna sit back and give you guys more, like a little bit of money while pocketing the rest.
Yeah.
And now that director of football might not be part of the club for 2 years, it could be a good thing. In all honesty,
it could be. It could be.
But I also wouldn't be surprised if Daniel Levy's gonna sit there and be like, well, we'll just wait out the 2 years.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Imagine.
If the day that Daniel Levy leaves this club is going to be the best day since Pochettino got to that Champions League final, 100%. And so, when is it going to happen? I don't know. Maybe it's in 10 years when I have my own kids, or maybe it's in a year when we're hoping. Who knows? But it'll happen one day.
Yeah. No, seriously.
It's the hope that kills you.
I don't promote assassination.
every season's gonna go by.
Whoa. Did you not hear Diego? Did you hear what
No.
Diego said?
No, I was
said-
trying to be.
he
I was
said-
trying to be nice and be like, it's just gonna hurt every time he's still the owner, and then he just insulted
Yeah.
me. What?
No,
I
no,
just
no,
don't-
no, no,
I don't know.
no,
I
not
didn't-
to
Oh,
you,
what
not to you, no.
happened?
Did you hear? Diego said.
No,
Diego
I thought
said-
he insulted me for
No,
based
no.
on your
No,
reaction.
No, Diego jokingly said, "I don't promote assassination," but and then
I'm just
Oh
saying,
my
if someone's feeling a little risky
No.
out there,
no,
Any man and hitmans
Please
are out
don't.
there. Diego will
don't.
pay you for free to do the
Jesus
job.
Christ.
0.7. Yeah,
Jesus Christ!
that was a joke. FBI.
Every week, every
not-
week.
Yeah, cancel
Yeah.
culture. It was a joke.
Take
It
me
was
off
a
the watch
joke.
list, please. I'm okay. I'm good.
We don't condone violence here, all right?
No.
Or cheating of any kind.
Nope.
Just-
Nope.
We don't.
nope.
We don't. Leave Diego
Anyways.
alone. We still stand by him.
Anyways, we're gonna move on here. We're gonna move on to Tottenham.
That was a good idea.
Honestly, Tottenham is gonna be a topic if we're gonna have every week for a while now. It's
It is.
We got a
our
lot of
three
Tottenham
clubs.
fans for watching
There's so
our
much to talk
vids.
about our three clubs. for the
Yeah,
next-
can I give a
seriously.
shout out to Tottenham fans? I love you guys. We'll get through this.
Yep.
We will get through this. Stay strong.
Yep.
Stay
strong.
strong. Meanwhile, they're chilling in 5th right now. They're like, stay strong. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, how is it up there, bud? I don't know. I'm fucking in 16th
Yeah.
right now. Barely, by the way, but we're in 16th.